Welcome to Global Virtual School. Students, this is your first year chemistry class. I am Dr. Ijaz Bano, and today we are starting the chapter 3, and this lecture will give you an overview of the chapter 3. I will introduce you the major topics from chapter 3 chemistry first year. Students, first of all, we will discuss the shapes of molecules, and under these shapes of molecules, we have different theories like valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, and some theories are from covalent bonding, in which one is the valence bond theory and hybridization of atomic orbital, and like molecular orbital theory. These all theories will discuss the shapes and geometries of the molecules. And after that, in bond characteristics, there are topics bond energy or bond enthalpy and bond length and the dipole moment. And then we will discuss there is a topic that is effect of bonding on physical and chemical properties. What is bonding, how they affect the chemical properties and physical properties of the molecules. Then the last topic is difference between a metallic solid and a molecular network solid. Students, basically this chapter is built on the base from the you have some basic concept in 9th or 10th about the why do atoms form bonds. Usually almost all of the atoms except few atoms they have tendencies to form the bonds between them or with the other atoms, other atoms of the other elements. And you have also learned about the types of bonds, either it's covalent bond or ionic bond or it's a metallic bond or coordinate covalent bond. And you have also learned about the intermolecular forces between them. Intermolecular forces are between different molecules, and intramolecular forces are usually between atoms within the same molecule. And this chapter will be like an elaborated form of these concepts. You will be able to know the in deep the geometries, their lengths, their bond angles of the different molecules with the help of different theories. Students, after completing this chapter, you will be able to understand like these are our the major outcomes of this chapter. Like you will be able to use valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, we usually call it VSEPR theory, to describe the shape of some simple covalent molecules. Those molecules that are formed with the help of covalent bonds, those are called covalent molecules. And with the help of VSEPR valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, you will be able to describe their shapes. Then you will be able to describe the feature of sigma and pi bond. Basically bonds are of two types, sigma and pi. And what is this sigma and what is this pi, you will be able to describe their feature in this chapter. And you will also be able to describe the shape of simple molecules using orbital hybridization. Some of the molecules there is need to describe them with the help of hybridization. Because basically all molecules cannot be explained with a single theory. So different theories explain different geometries of the different molecules. And you will also be able to predict the molecular polarity from the shapes of molecule. Either this molecule is polar or non-polar, and you will also be able to determine the shape of molecules from the number of bonded pairs and lone pairs of electrons around the central atom. Bonded pairs means the electrons that are shared between two atoms, and lone pairs they are not shared between atoms. So on the base of how many bond pairs and electron pairs are present around the central atom, and due to them they have different bond angles, and obviously they have then different geometries. In this chapter you will understand about it, and you will also apply this to the molecules. And you will also be able to define bond energies, how much energy is required to break a bond or how much energy is released when a bond is formed, and explain how they can be used to compare bond strength of different chemical bonds, because bond energy tells about how much this bond is strong or weak bond. and you will be able to describe the change in bond length of hetero-nuclear molecules, a molecule that is formed with different atoms of elements like HCl. HCl is a nucleus and HCl is a different than hydrogen, and their bond length changes. How they changes, you will be able to describe this due to difference in electronegativity values of bonded atom. Every atom has some electronegativity value. Electronegativity basically is the tendency of an atom to attract the shared electron pair towards itself. So if one molecule has greater tendency, it will attract the shared bond pair towards itself more as compared to other. On the base of this, their bond length changes. And you will be able to describe the difference among molecular network and metallic solid. What is the metallic solid and what is a big molecular network? You will be able to distinguish among them. And you will be able to explain what is mean by the term ionic character of a covalent bond. If a bond is covalent, then where is the ionic bond? But in this chapter you will understand covalent bonds has some ionic character in them. And students, from chapter 3 we will discuss chapter 3 in 10 to 11 lectures. Like in we will discuss valence electron pair repulsion theory in one lecture and Valence bond theory, and after that we will discuss the hybridization in 2 lectures in detail with different examples, and we will discuss the molecular orbital theory in 2 lectures applying this theory postulates to different molecules, and then we will discuss bond energy or bond enthalpy and the relationship with their polarity. After that we will discuss the bond length and the dipole moment, and then the effect of bonding on the properties, chemical and physical properties will be discussed in lecture, and at the end we will discuss the difference between a metallic solid and molecular solid. Students, in this chapter all the questions relevant to the topic will be discussed in each lecture, and if there left any question we will discuss in the last lecture. So this was all about the review about the chapter 3 and their all the topics that we will discuss in our next lectures.